Okay. BBC, the 24th of July 2024, Truth Hour. First of all, the weather. You notice it's been raining a lot, and this confirms absolutely our long-range weather forecast from weatheraction.com. So BBC, you would be well advised to actually refer to it. Okay, what we want to talk about today, BBC, is asking you to have a debate about public mind control. Because there's an increasingly number of strange and crazy things happening, both physical and mental. And I think the important thing for everyone to understand is the powers that be rule us all by ideology rather than physical force, because they don't have the police to arrest us all. So we are ruled by ideology, and they're desperate to control our minds. And a lot of things we think are physical are really there for mental purposes, or both. For example, recycling. Sounds fine, doesn't it? But in fact, a lot of the stuff you put in the bin is just separated, it's just jumped together afterwards. So it's a psychological game to make you believe in man-made climate change and more compliance to their rules. And the ultra-low emission zone, think about it. Does actually paying money end any of the alleged pollution? Well, no, of course it doesn't. It's nonsense. It would be better to spend money on improved catalytic converters. But no, there's a whole monitoring system, surveillance system installed that you pay for. And ideologically, it reminds you to obey all the dictates of the fake climate con. And I would say, for the powers that be, in the choice between doing something physically and meaningful and mind control, they will always prioritise mind control. And that helps us understand a bit about what's going on now. We've got all of this stuff about the sky. Is it being dimmed? Are we going to dim the sun? That sort of nonsense. Now, we know it is complete nonsense because they don't have the resources to dim the sun. But they'll carry on making us talk about it. I would say, as a psychological operation, to drop dimming the sun and impose upon us carbon footprinting through the Bradcasting app, which will be attached to everybody. It's all about control. And we have all these events in Epping. Now, of course, people are right to complain about these hotels and everything, but why the timing? Why suddenly on the weekend of the 19th did all this happen? See, that's the weekend when the World Health Organization treaty came into force. So the World Health Organization can tell us all what to do to have a new pandemic lockdown, which is also being planned for the autumn, called Pegasus. And the people getting suddenly joined in to what's happening in Epping and all related things includes, of course, Monty Todd and the rights, the so-called together controlled opposition. But the same people, when it comes to children's rights in Gaza, they don't care a damn. All these Zionist operations, Tommy Todd, well, all the Tods, and Fake Freedom Farage believe in what they call is Israel's rights to murder, kill, and destroy, and do genocide. So they'll parade around doing other things to distract us from these big issues. The big issue before us is fighting digital ID. And the Same Together operation, of course, campaigns for digital ID rights. We do not want digital ID rights. We want to stop digital ID. We don't want the digi prison. We don't want rights in the digi prison. We've got to get rid of the digi prison altogether. So what have we got to do? We've got to prepare to take to the streets when any of these diktats from the World Health Organization or the pandemic preparedness operation called Pegasus comes into force in the autumn. We don't know where, but we say take to the streets, defy the World Health Organization and axe all the vax. So, let's say that again. Remember, when the time comes, we take to the streets. Take to the streets. And we'll take preparatory actions to prepare for this time in the autumn. And after this, we're going to go along to the Francis Crick Institute Biomedical Research Establishment near King's Cross. One of the funders of which is the Wellcome Institute, which of course is funded by Mr. Bill Gates. And the same Wellcome Institute funds the cabal, the centre of which is the Together Fake Freedom operation of controlled ops. So we say, we'll go there to say they should be stopping the pandemic operation, opposing the World Health Organization treaty rather than implementing any of it. So we say to everybody, resist the WHO, resist the pandemic treaty operation Pegasus in the autumn, and to everyone around the world we say, resist, defy, do not comply.